Hello Sens fans, I'm your host Jordan Mady and you are watching SFT. We have some updates on the contract talks for Mark Method and Bobby Ryan. It's been confirmed that Method is looking for a long-term extension worth roughly $5.5 million per season. I'd have to think that's a little high for the player he is, but considering the inflated contracts other defensemen got during the offseason and the rising cap, I'd say it's about right. Meanwhile, Ryan isn't looking to rush his negotiations and nothing is reportedly expected to happen prior to the beginning of the season. On to the captain vacancy. GM Brian Murray has said they're uncertain of whether they'll play with 3 assistants or the normal captain system. The first option is a progressive approach that I can get behind, but I believe naming a long-term captain at this juncture would be slightly premature as the Senators are in a transition period within their rebuild. On the contrary, Paul McLean spoke on TSN 1200 last week and his view on the captain situation is different. In our leadership group, there's a lot of really good guys that we could name a captain easily. McLean went on to say they're going to avoid naming a captain just to do it, but by the time the leadership evaluation process is over, he said he thinks a captain will be named. Curtis Lazar has put on 14 pounds of good muscle bulk over the offseason and he has said he is ready for the big time in an interview that aired on TSN 1200 this past week. But of course, the Twitter sphere managed to twist his words just a little bit. Paul at Sens Army had him saying, "I'm ready to be with men on a nightly basis," when he really said, "I'm ready to compete with men on a nightly basis." Lazar did actually have a little fun with the wordplay, tweeting, well back to the drawing board on this one, smiling a tooth face, hashtag awkward. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Curtis Lazar. Seriously though, let's not pretend that Lazar isn't scary. At 6 feet 210 pounds, the man is large. I do have to correct something I said in an earlier episode regarding the Sens prospect. I stated it would be a mistake if Curtis was sent back to the CHL if he didn't make the Sens, but it turns out that's his only choice. The CHL and the AHL have an agreement in place where CHL players trying out for NHL clubs cannot be relegated to the AHL farm system until they reach the age of 20. Holy crap, that's a lot of NHL blah, blah. In theory, the agreement keeps the talent pool in the CHL competitive. I imagine the Senators are acutely aware of this and the 19-year-old is on the short list of prospects to get a serious look, partially because of that circumstance. There were a few rule changes and tweaks announced by the NHL Thursday, one being the removal of the SPIN-O-RAMA move from the shootout and during penalty shots. While they were at it, they probably could have just removed the entire shootout. But that will have to be a topic for another day. That's it for today's SFT. We are just over a week away from the first SFT game reaction coming your way against who else but the Leafs on Wednesday, September 24th. Thank you for watching. My name is Jordan Mady for Hooked on Hockey Magazine. Stay Red Sens fans.